My best friend's fiancé started making insane demands for his wedding, like custom $300 shirts and specific haircuts. So when I got a job offer that conflicted with the wedding, I took it, and now he's saying I chose my career over our friendship. Posted by you/working_telephone 498. My best friend got engaged about a year ago and asked me to be a groomsman. I said yes immediately, because that's what you do. We've known each other since middle school, and I was genuinely excited. But then planning started, and it got weird. His fiancée, who I've never been super close with, started making all these demands about what groomsmen needed to do. Custom shirts, specific haircuts, mandatory bachelor party at her chosen location, contributions to things I never agreed to. It was getting expensive and honestly kind of controlling. I mentioned to my friend that some of the stuff seemed excessive. Like, I get wanting your wedding to look nice, but requiring specific haircuts felt over the line. He just said it's not that big a deal, come on, and shut down the conversation. That's when I kind of started pulling back emotionally from the whole thing. Fast forward to about 3 months before the wedding, and I got a new job offer that required me to relocate for 2 weeks of training right before the wedding. I told him immediately and said I'd try to reschedule it or work something out. He lost it. He started saying I was abandoning him and that real friends would just turn down the job. I reminded him that I need to actually have a career and that I was still going to be there for the wedding. Here's the thing though. I could have tried harder to reschedule. I didn't really push back with my new employer because honestly, I was kind of over the whole wedding stress at that point. I think subconsciously, I wanted an out. His fiancée apparently told him it was suspicious timing and that I was being selfish. My friend basically told me I was either fully committed or not committed at all. I ended up keeping the job training and going, but I told him I'd only make it back the day before the wedding. That meant I couldn't go to the rehearsal dinner or the bachelor party. He said that was unacceptable and that if I couldn't be there for everything, then I shouldn't be in the wedding at all. So I got dropped as a groomsman a week before the wedding. I was upset but also kind of relieved, which tells me something about how I was feeling about the whole thing. Now a few months later, he's still mad at me. He says I chose a job over my best friend. I say he chose his fiancée's demands over our friendship. My other friends are split. Some say I should have just turned down the job. Others say the wedding demands were unreasonable and he was being controlling about it. The thing is, I could have handled this better. I could have been more honest about feeling uncomfortable instead of just pulling back. And yeah, I definitely could have tried harder with the job thing. But he also could have been more flexible and reasonable about what he was asking of me. Am I the jerk? Relevant comments. Commenter 1, not the jerk. People who are super uptight and controlling about having the perfect wedding are always going to end up frustrated, angry, and disappointed, because something will go wrong. A true friend would have been cheering you on in your new job, rather than asking you to sacrifice your own future to make them feel better for a day. Ops response, yeah, I appreciate that. And you're right that I was excited about the job, and it was a real opportunity. I just wish I'd been more upfront with him about how the whole wedding planning thing was stressing me out instead of just going quiet about it. Like, if I'd sat down with him early on and said, hey, I'm excited to be in your wedding, but some of these demands are making me uncomfortable, maybe we could have worked it out. Instead, I just started pulling back and then used the job as an escape hatch. That wasn't fair to him, even if his fiancée was being unreasonable. But yeah, you're not wrong that he could have been supportive instead of making it all about what he needed from me. A best friend should want you to win at your career too. Commenter 1, I'm getting the sense that you knew, consciously or not, that having that sort of discussion with your friend would not have been productive. Ops response, yeah, you're hitting on something that's been bothering me since I read your comment. I think part of me knew that having that conversation would make things worse, not better. Like, if I brought up the